All right. I'm Wubzington. This season, I'm the Washington Whismurs, not the Jersey Weavils anymore. Um, and yeah, that's that's it.
Let's start with your pre-draft notes.
Pre-draft notes. So all the notes I had was just a bunch of boxes that I thought would work. Two regular boxes and then kind of like a final draft box. Um, see if I can go through this real quick. Yeah, don't know why I even put Garganacl. I was never getting him. Snorlax I thought would be good, but obviously, Dr. P was gonna be the one I got anyway. Um, Play-Doh is I just love Play-Doh. I miss Play-Doh. He's just so expensive, so I couldn't get him. Um, so yeah, I just had a bunch of Rocky Helmet users right here. Um, was looking at Corsola for a while because he's so cheap. Um, there's um, I'm still thinking about grabbing Tangela. I was looking at costs and cloth might not cut it. Um, Although I would have to make him my Rocky helmet, not Eviolite. Um, why did I give him a Keyberry? I don't remember. I don't even know what a Keyberry is. Raises defense by one stage. What the fuck? Terrible. Why did I do that? Anyway, um, thought Mega Pinsir would be cool. Diance's defensive. This guy was supposed to be my ace in the hole, and somebody stole him from me. Berserk Gene, Own Tempo Licky Licky. Um, but yeah, what are you gonna do about that? Weakness policy, Carbink would have been funny. Alakazam, who's not as good as Clamperl. Buzzwole, Drampa, Kling Clang, Weird Ear. A lot of these guys were taken from me. There's a weird team that only chose N from Pokemon's team. So that was a strange deal that somebody had. Um, there's Clamperl. I don't know why I didn't get Clamperl. Um,
What's so special about Clamperl?
so Clamperl gets two special items, Deep Sea Tooth or Deep Sea Scale. Deep Sea Tooth doubles Clamperl's special attack from 74 to 148, which I believe is just better than Alakazam, and Clamperl's 0 points. And the other item doubles its special defense, which isn't as good because that just goes to 110. Um, so yeah, I might pick him up, but who knows? Um, I was told to spin the wheel because I made the wheel of every Pokemon. So I think I would have gotten Clamperl had I not spun the wheel and ended up with a Doduo. Um, but yeah, just had a bunch of other guys in a box. But this is kind of like the ones that I narrowed it down to. I did end up with Dr. Penguin and the Berserker and Salamence and Cloth. Um, didn't end up with Drapion. He was kind of the guy I was working with the whole time. But I ended up going with Overquill just because I had more space for him. Orthworm was taken from me. Klinklang was taken from me. I didn't get Delmise for whatever reason. I got Farigiraf. I got Seadra. Licky Licky was stolen from me. Muck is too expensive. Girafarig, my beloved. And I was kind of tinkering around with Farfetch, thinking I might drop Doduo for Farfetch, just because Stick and Defiant is really funny. Um, doubles crit ratio. So those would be some hard hitting Farfetch. And yeah, that's about all the planning I did.
So the next part, we're gonna look at your draft. You already mentioned who you drafted. Is there any Mons you regret picking up?
Yeah, I talked about it a little bit. I think Cloth for how much he costs is just worse than something like Tangela or Corsola, so I'll probably end up grabbing one of them. Um, Dodo Baggins over here. I like him, but he is just not gonna cut it even with a Tangle. So like I said earlier, I'll probably end up getting Farfetch'd or something like that, maybe Clamperl. Um, Rest of my team, I may as well go through these guys. I got Dr. Penguin, the Empoleon coming back. He was the people's champ. Everybody loved him. Got Mike Mentz over here, the Salamence. Put a Figgy Berry on him instead of boots because, like, who cares about stones, rocks, whatever they're called. I got Jimmy Clausen right here, star quarterback for the Carolina Panthers in like 2009. He really wasn't that good, but whatever. Banded with tough claws, he's just gonna be hitting like a truck. I got CDs right here just because Seadra has very important lore in the PB cinematic universe. Thought he deserved a chance. Pinch McMahon right here. He's whatever. He's just my regenerator with Rocky Helmet. Afarafa, the Farigiraf, gave him a berry and some Kudchu. You know what goes on there. Puff Daddy, the Overquill. Black Sludge, Poison Point. Super good. Dodo Baggins, Berserk, Gene Tangled Feet. He'll be replaced. And yeah, I guess we only drafted 8 this season, so that's all I have to
Figured
talk
I'd
about.
ask the name behind your Farigiraf for anyone curious.
So we started looking at ideas for evolutions and pre-evolutions for Mons, and my adoration for Giraffe Rig led me to want to find a pre-evolution. So I just kind of took some of the letters and made another, whatever those are called.
Is it a palindrome?
Palindrome, that's what it's called. And Afarafa just kind of flowed off the tongue, and I like it. So that's what I named Farigiraf this time.
Watch out for him in season 3. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Um,
So you ready to move into the next section?
yeah, sure.
Walk me through your team's post-draft Pokepace, and then if you made any changes since the draft to today, walk through it. And then explain like what each mon does, or even what pickups you might do, because you said you might drop your what was it, your Doduo?
Yeah, I mean, this is my paste. This is just what it's going to end up currently. I may as well just hit this. Um, this is what it's going to look like. Because there's not really. All right. What was I saying?
You're saying
Yeah,
there's
it's
not
probably not.
too much.
That's not going to be much different than what I was just talking about with the whole team. Um,
Okay. Walk me through what each mon will do for your team and what you expect from them.
Dr. P, competitive leftover, steel type. He's just there to absorb hits, heal it back, and if he gets hit with a status, then he buffs his special attack. If it's anything like last season, he is not going to be hitting any special attacks, unfortunately. But I can dream. Mike Mentz over here is just a strong intimidator, hard to kill, kind of tanky, strong. Um, I gave him a Figgy Berry just to help him stay alive. Jimmy Clausen, his whole thing is that he is super high attack plus a choice band plus tough claws, which uh, strengthens all physical attacks. So he's also a steel type, so that'll be crazy. CDs is just going to be a tanky Eviolite user with poison point. Hopefully, can get some poisons by just sitting there doing nothing. Pinch McMahon is just a regenerator with Rocky Helmet. His whole mission is to stay in a turn, take some damage, maybe get some Rocky Helmet chip, switch out, repeat. Afarafa over here, my Cudshoe user, and his mission is to stay in, get down to a quarter health, heal it all back. 2 turns later, get that same berry back. Just there for longevity. Puff Daddy, he is Black Sludge Poison Point user. Pretty tanky. He'll sit there. He'll do the same thing as Seadra, but has more longevity. Can take down toxic spikes. So yeah, he'll probably be coming to more games than Seadra. And finally, Dodo Baggins, which obviously he was the unplanned child of the team. Got him on the wheel. His mission is to just be there, be cute. I like him, but not for long because he's probably not going to be on the team.
So looking at your team, who would your favorite Pokemon be, not counting your new favorite love?
So if I'm not allowed to count Dr. Penguin, um, I mean, I already had a love for Farigiraf. So I see that strengthening. I'm a Gen 3 boy, so Salamence is always up there for me. I've got some hopes for Puff Daddy though. Never really done anything with Overquill. So maybe him. Honestly, all these guys have the potential to grow on that favorites list. I've never once used a Berserker, so who knows? I don't see much happening with Pinch McMahon or Dodo Baggins just because they're probably not going to be on the team for very long.
RIP them. So moving
Right.
into the fourth section, walk through the schedule, the teams you got to play, and which ones you're worried for, which one you think should be easy, stuff like that in your division.
Um. So, off the top of my head, I know I'm gonna have that team with the Wheezing, the 2 Wheezings, which I'm not too worried about. They don't look too threatening. Just, I mean, they might screw over some of my abilities, but who cares? Um, Bo. Bo has the Hydrapple again. Um, you know, whatever. He's just gonna be a tanky, stally team like he always is. Um, chill. Actually, let me go ahead and pull up some Pokepaste. I have to find them. So I've got Spry in my league. He's got the Meloetta, the Mew, not scary, Mega Absol, not super tanky, so that shouldn't be too bad. An Azelf with Psychic Seed. Oh, that's just a match with the Indeedee. I guess I'm a little afraid of Spectrier. It's probably scary. Choice Specs, Grimnay. Yeah, let me go ahead and Chris is next. I'm not afraid of this team one bit. Right off the bat, I'm looking at a Caterpie. He decided to drop the whole Porygon gimmick. So that's good. Unless obviously he decides to pick them back up for some reason, which I feel like is a possibility, but I also have faith too. So that's good. I'm actually most afraid of the Shuckle with Rocky Helmet because this guy just won't die. He has so much defense. Really not much else to say about that. Just an overall. Why does this Duck have I whatever. That's Chris's team. I'm not afraid of that one. Um, Cam. Cam's team I'm kind of afraid of. Moody. It'll buff all of his stats. Flamigo will copy all those stats. Poison Pointer. He took my sweet beloved Gil Clinton from last season, and refined it because it has a Rocky helmet now. Herdier's a good intimidator, not great, but Spupa's funny just because it's like, in theory, ass. Um, but it does have Friend Guard and an Eviolite, so it definitely help. Pickpocket Jacoba Berry, we saw that last season. Scary if you get the wrong item stolen. Um, and a Rapidash, which is just gonna heal poison. So sure, cool. How many teams was that? 3? Yeah, 4, including me. We got just chilling. You got the big horse with Rocky helmet. The cat with an ability shield, magic bounce. Not too afraid of that. Gardevoir. Trace is scary. I don't really know what else it'll do. Stantler's good. Normalium Z is bad, but Intimidate is good. Choice Scarf Darkrai. Scarf is just bad in this format because it's just a waste of a slot. Same with Life Orb. You're losing 10% of your health every time you attack. On top of already getting attacked every turn. I don't think we have any weather in our league, so Golduck with Cloud9 might not be too important. And Shogai right here, who's just an unaware leftovers mon. Cool, cool. This is Bo's team. Let me see what he has. Yeah, he's got Henry in the gang, the Hydrapple again, so that was scary. He got that Skeledirge from Rosser last season. Arbok looks bad, but I mean, in theory, it could be good. It can get rid of Toxic Spikes. It's an Intimidator. It's Black Sludge. Harvest is scary because Harvest is 50% to get the berry bag every turn without, and 50% is a lot higher than it should be. So this thing might just stay on the field forever. He's got a banded Golisopod. That could be scary. A Magician, Klefki, stealing items could be scary. Runerigus, that's what that does. Decidueye with long reach, just for. I think we've got a Ferrothorn in our league, so that'll be useful for that.
Can we address the name of the clef key real quick?
Chris Bait. Um, I think it's just baiting Chris into doing something stupid and getting his item stolen.
Only one way to find out.
Only one way to find out. Anyway, who else is in the Mythics in our league? I think they are. Mesprit, Jirachi. This thing is scary, Charlie. I just noticed that he has Always Sunny in Philadelphia naming scheme. Kind of a missed opportunity not to name this thing Cricket, though. I don't know who Tyler Jr. is. That's even a character. We got Mac, Dennis, Frank, Charlie D, and then Homunculus, Ambrosius, and Tyler Jr. Yeah, not too scared of this team other than Darmanitan. How many teams is that? 2, 4, 6, 7. So 3 more teams. Is this the yeah, this is the wheezing team. Um, double wheezings and slacking is scary. I don't Aegislash with always having shield form because of the wheezings is cool, I guess. Wishy-washy, I have no idea if that stops schooling from working or not, but we'll find out. Mycelium Might does not matter in this format, so getting rid of that, useless. Getting rid of weak armor on Galarian Corsola, whatever, who cares? Um, Dugongs, yeah, here's Tony Soprano. Um, Tony Soprano in a league of Chinese I Chinese leaders, I guess. Um, I like that a lot. This team isn't too scary other than the Ferrothorn. Oh, but he's the guy that stole my Licky Licky, so that's annoying. I miss him. Um, other than that, just a whole bunch of guys. Um, and I can't remember who else is in my league, but I'll leave it at that.
So now that you've looked at your league, is there any teams outside your league you'd like to highlight?
Outside my league, um, I mean, I guess I have to look at Pink's team because this was after I guess they traded for Licky Licky. So he's the one that has my Licky Licky now. Um, yeah. Anyway, this is just the team that things die, fuels Magirna, and then it kills. Um, so that's always scary. Uh,
Are there any other favorites you'd like to look at before we move into the next section?
and off the top of my head.
All right, we can move into the last section where I ask you some questions about how your team's going to do. Ready when
Okay.
you are.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, who do you think's going to win your conference?
Um, I think either Cam with this team or
Chris.
definitely not Chris. I think Bo has a chance. Um, maybe this team if they make some good swaps, but as of right now, no. Um, he's not in my league. I guess I have a pretty balanced team. I think I have a chance. I don't think I'm great, but with the downfall of the rest of the people in my conference, maybe
So if you're leaning towards one at this moment, who would it be?
probably Cam.
Okay, moving to the next question. You have a 13 game season. How many games do you think you're going to win?
I think I can win 8 or 9. Uh, yeah,
8 or 9, that's respectable.
yeah,
Definitely possible. So moving into the next question, you're going to make the playoffs.
yes. I think I'll make playoffs with at least 8 wins.
And finally, who do you think's going to win it all? Who are your top teams? And then who's your winner?
I think Cam. I think um hmm, who's the team that has the I think it's Papple. Papple could.
What's
I
Papple's
mean,
team?
Papple is I don't think he's he's posted a paste. But um, he has the Poltergeist and a Wailord, and that could just sit there forever. From what I remember, his team is a little unbalanced if Poltergeist dies, which is very possible in this. But after seeing what happened with Poltergeist last season, I have to assume that they might win. And obviously, just to ruffle some feathers, I could definitely, I could be that 13 seed that takes it all the way. So one of those three.
So, what's your confident pick gonna be?
Confident pick right now. Just because I don't have a better answer, I'm going to say me with
Hmm.
this team right here. Maybe -2.
Only a few
Would be
people went
great.
for their name, so we'll see.
Well, I got to be a little cocky because I was extremely not cocky last season.
All of this to go 0-3 in week 1, so
It's very doable, very possible.
yeah, your league looks really good, so
Uh,
well,
whatever.
thank well, thank you, Wubs, for joining us, and the best of luck this season.
Thank you so much.